The University Hospital of South Manchester has become renowned for its cardiac services, as it provides some of the most advanced, state-of-the-art medical and clinical interventions for cardiac patients. We have one of the few transplant units in the country. We have an extensive programme of surgery, and we have some of the most innovative and advanced cardiology techniques happening today. We're at the leading edge of innovation and practice. We're operating on patients now who previously would never have been able to benefit from these procedures. And we have brand new state-of-the-art facilities in the Northwest Cardiac Centre which give people access to some of the very best facilities while they undergo major life-saving operations, where they undergo techniques that will add years to their lives, and where we have some of the most skilled and successful clinicians available in the United Kingdom.
We have a team which encompasses people who are specialists in a number of different areas of cardiology. We have 6 cardiac interventionists, 3 or 4 interventional electrophysiologists, and specialists in cardiac imaging. So the team is unusual in that it's a big team and it's a functional team. We get on extremely well with each other, and communication is extremely strong. We had a vision of trying to develop a new heart centre here. We have a state-of-the-art coronary care unit where the building itself is really divided into 2 areas. One is a state-of-the-art critical care facility for cardiac surgical patients, bringing together what was known as high dependency and intensive care. And on the ground floor is a outpatient department and a cardiac diagnostics area. We've incorporated also on the ground floor a cardiac MR facility, which is the finest in the Northwest, which brings a new dimension to the sort of imaging facilities that we've got. And it adds to the brand of UHSM in terms of saying that it is one of the foremost heart centres in the north of England.
The Ticker Club is an association of former patients, cardiac patients at Wythenshawe Hospital, formed 21 years ago by former heart patients who felt they wanted to give something back. And since then we've been raising funds and providing patient support. We're fairly unusual in that we do all of those things, both visiting patients on the wards on an almost daily basis. We can put across to them how we came through the experience, how they're in good hands here, and what the likely outcome is, which for heart patients is with cardiac conditions which require surgery or angioplasty, the outcome percentages are incredibly high. 95% of us have a good experience and come out of it better than before. And obviously everyone who comes in for an operation is worried to some degree, and we can talk to them from their point of view about what it feels like to come out the other side.
Some time ago, the Department of Health decided that patients were waiting far too long to receive treatment. So what we've done is built on the success of the Rapid Access Chest Pain Clinic, which has been a national drive from the Department of Health, and added in one-stop services for patients with breathlessness, so they can come to the heart failure clinic, with palpitations, so they come to a dedicated palpitation clinic, and to rapid access into general cardiology. That means that if a patient is programmed into that, we can anticipate, based on the referral, that they will need certain types of investigations at the time of coming to the clinic, and we can arrange that as part of a one-stop. For patients that are coming through to elective clinics, we can respond to a letter in advance and often have investigations completed before the patient comes to the outpatient clinic to see the consultant or the registrar. So it cuts out the unnecessary waste and duplication of visits and patients having to come many times for the same thing.
For the last 7 years, the results after heart surgery here at Wythenshawe Hospital have been better than the national average. And during the last year, just to give an update, If you have first-time coronary artery bypass graft surgery here at Wythenshawe now, you can expect a mortality, a death rate of less than 1%. That's what it currently is in the last 12 months. The mortality for all heart surgery is currently less than 2%.
I had a quadruple bypass, and within a few weeks was feeling hugely better. I felt that in my experience, it took about 3 months to get over the operation and 4 months to forget about it.
These sort of results after heart surgery can only be achieved when the whole team is working optimally. And the team includes nursing staff, anaesthetists, cardiologists, surgeons and intensive care doctors, in addition to hospital managers. And in order to achieve the very best results, the whole team needs to be functioning optimally. Here at Wythenshawe, we strongly believe that patients undergoing heart surgery should be operated on by surgeons with subspecialist interests. So, for example, here at Wythenshawe, we have surgeons who are specifically interested in mitral valve repair surgery. We have surgeons who are specifically interested in complex aortic valve and surgery for aortic aneurysms. And we also have surgeons who specialise in surgery for heart failure, including heart transplantation.
I had a rather bad chest infection, and the doctor sounded me and she said, "There's a little noise there," and they found a sticky valve. You see, instead of having the big open heart surgery, it's done by keyhole, which is a marvellous thing. I've been so comfortable that you're put at ease all the time. You're really put at ease. There's no pressure, and everything's explained 2 or 3 times, so you've no pressure.
We have a newly developed cardiac magnetic resonance scanner, which is on the ground floor of the heart centre. And in the same way as patients who have problems with joints or their brain would routinely be referred for scanning, this new technique, which has been applied to the heart, is extremely helpful in terms of patients with cardiac problems. Other techniques of imaging often involve quite large doses of radiation. This involves no radiation at all, so patient risk is minimal, and the images that are created are extremely futuristic and very helpful in terms of planning treatments.
If I were recommending any patient, wherever they lived, towards a hospital, I'd have no hesitation in pointing them in the direction of University Hospital of South Manchester.
It's been wonderful. I've never felt so well for a long time.
My final message to those people who are looking at patient choice is that the University Hospital of South Manchester offers a great choice for patients, both in terms of access, facilities, but first and foremost, the expectation of high quality treatment and care. And certainly every patient who comes to us should have confidence in our ability to deliver a successful and effective clinical outcome.